Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. So the main reason people keep African cichlids is the variety of color that you can get in your tank. Tilapia rhodocii will give you a bright blue. Ornatus will give you almost a purple. Black-orange dorsalithobates will give you a navy. So you get a lot of combination of colors, but you can also control the shade of that color that your fish will show for you. So I personally like my fish to be lighter and brighter. They're able to show a whole spectrum of color of their type of color. So for example, the Tilapia rhodocii, he has the ability to be bright blue. He also has the ability to be darker blue. And that's easily controlled by the environment you put in your tank. So again, I prefer the lighter, brighter colors, so I keep a lighter substrate and a lighter background, and the fish are generally going to reflect that. Some people prefer the darker, richer colors that African cichlids have to offer, so they might go with a black substrate and a darker background. In that situation, the fish are going to reflect darker colors. So again, as an example, my Tilapia rhodocii, he's been in this tank for a while. It's a lighter substrate, so he's got a brighter blue face and an orange anal fin. If I swap this out with black sand and a darker substrate, he's going to reflect more of a navy color and almost a reddish anal fin. Again, they just reflect the shade of their environment for the most part. So to show you the difference, you can kind of take a look at my fish. And now I'm going to show you a clip of Corey Hecker's tank. Corey has a mix of black and white sand. His is a bit darker. You'll notice his fish are showing a bit more of a darker and richer color. And then following Corey's clip, I'll show you Ben Ochart's one of his grow-out tanks where he has all black sand. And you'll see that his fish are much darker and they're reflecting that color. So again, there's no better way. It's simply a personal preference thing. So anyway, let's take a look at Corey's clip and then Ben's clip.
Black substrate seems to bring out a darker shade in the fish. You can still see some of the bright colors, but they tend to have an overall darker tinge. Maybe this is some type of a survival mechanism to try and blend in. Perhaps most prominent in the Malawi gar there in the back, who is totally black. The eye biter. But I've noticed that a couple of fish, such as the Autopharynx tetrastigma, have a dark tinge that it didn't have when I had them in the 135, and the surroundings were a little bit lighter. The other fish have deep, rich colors, like the Tanzania. Maduka white lips display a very deep, rich blue, perhaps because of the black substrate. That is one of the theories. I like the look of a black substrate. I had some concerns about it showing a lot of waste and detritus, but because I have the outputs on the right side and a pretty powerful sun power head blowing water from right to left to the intake of the Fluval FX6, I don't really find hardly any waste. This tank has not been vacuumed and probably, I've had a water change, but not a vacuum in over 2 weeks. You can see it looks very, very clean. because of the amount of water motion and of course the power of the intake of the FX6. But you can see the deep blue in the Tanzania and the white lips, and certainly the darker overall tint to the tetrastigma. So there you have it, my black bottom tank.
So if you do look closely, you can see that it gets a little darker for Corey's tank as far as the shade of color those fish are showing off, and then gets a bit darker also for Ben's tank as he's got the black substrate. So I'm going to thank Ben and Corey for submitting clips for this video. Make sure you guys sub them up if you're not. I'll put a link to each of their channels in the description of this video. So again, guys, a lot more stuff you can do with your fish just based on what your personal preference is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and thanks for watching.